The core of every entrepreneurial journey is problem solving. The easiest way to become wealthy is to learn how to solve issues for others and yourself. And it's so hard to find skilled problem solvers because most people avoid problems rather than actively learning how to repair them. In this video, we'll cover 15 reasons why you're bad at solving problems. If any of this resonates with you, perhaps it's time to take a closer look at yourself. Hello and welcome to Lexio. Before we begin, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more of our incredible videos. Number 1. You become used to it. Like this one, for example. Every time you turn on your AC unit, it leaks. Well, I guess you just have to turn it off at all times, right? It's not really so hot after all. Humans have a remarkable capacity for adaptation, but some individuals interpret this negatively and learn to ignore any minor inconvenience life throws their way without spending less than 5 minutes to repair it. All of these quickly develop into unhealthy habits. Number 2. You put on a temporary bandage. There is no better way to feel confident in your ability to solve problems than to find a quick fix and move on. Even whether the issue is truly resolved doesn't matter to you. When the object inevitably breaks again, you pat yourself on the back for a job well done and say, "Okay, I repaired this last time. Now, who broke it?" You're more interested in making it appear as though you tried to solve the problem. Once more, you are only postponing the time when you will have to deal with the issue once more, not addressing it. Number 3. You avoid getting to the source. Instead of addressing the root cause of the problem, you try to address the symptoms. Instead of focusing on the cause, you're looking to solve the problems as they arise. You may also be aware that a permanent solution is within your power. Number 4. You cannot make compromises. Simply focusing on the positive aspects of something while avoiding or minimizing its negative aspects is what you want. You sometimes don't want to deal with a smaller problem that results from fixing a bigger one. You return to point 2, which was learning to live with it because you perceive the remedy as equally inconvenient as the problem itself. Number 5. You can't think outside the box. You can start developing this skill by exercising it, and we'll give you the first one right now. It's such a valuable skill to have. Consider a lake that has algae growing in it. The size of the algae doubles every day. What day is the lake half full of algae if the lake is full of algae in 30 days? Feel free to respond to this in the comment section. Number 6. You become overburdened by all the other minor issues. Most of the time, tiny difficulties lead to larger ones, and when you consider all the details you have to consider, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, isn't it? You have no idea where or how to even begin. Well, it's an easy answer. Begin by solving the simplest problem you can and then gather momentum from there. Number 7. You're afraid of making mistakes. It's uncommon to have the exact solution to a problem, especially if it's significant and brand new to you. It usually takes a lot of trial and error, beta testing, and getting it wrong a few times. To shortlist the best options, you must provide yourself the opportunity to come up with the incorrect answer. Large corporations have substantial research and development budgets because they understand that progress comes from learning from mistakes. Did you know that a facility in Belgium produces more than 1,600 different flavors of Coca-Cola? They regularly experiment to see what works and what doesn't. And all of this is to suggest that you cannot expect to always succeed the first time. Number 8. You are constantly on the lookout for issues. This one is fascinating because it requires more reflection. A person who is always on the lookout for issues will only encounter issues. Instead of asking yourself, "How can I make this work?" you'll always tell yourself, "This isn't going to work." You start with the mindset of looking for problems rather than solutions because you believe that uncovering difficulties now will help you avoid worse ones later. Since everything is flawed, you end up doing nothing. Number 9. You lack experience in making decisions. Some individuals are simply unable to decide. They don't mind when other people make decisions for them. And while it may not seem like a huge issue to let your partner choose the menu every night, doing so could lead to your parents choosing your spouse or the person with whom you have children. You can learn to do this. Begin by offering suggestions for where to go out, what to eat, and what movie to watch. It's crucial to realize that there aren't many decisions like this that actually matter. But practicing making decisions that don't count now will help you make greater judgments later on, and therefore solve bigger problems. Number 10. Long-term thinking is impossible for you. Sometimes, a problem's solution won't become valuable until much later. You have to wait to see if it works out, but you lack the patience and faith in the process to do so. This explains why most people have difficulty losing weight. They lose motivation after 6 days because they cannot imagine themselves as healthier after 6 months. Number 11. You're not sure how to ask for help. Highly productive people don't handle everything on their own. They constantly seek guidance and information to help them in making better decisions. It might be challenging to ask for assistance if you don't want to appear foolish, or if you believe you should automatically know how to handle it. Or perhaps you don't want assistance from others because you want all the credit. I'm telling you, that is a stupid course of action. Number 12. If something goes wrong, you're scared of the responsibility. Do you know the two most important qualities a person can have? Leverage and responsibility. Leverage enables scale-based thinking. On the other hand, responsibility forces you to treat it seriously. Your name is all over it and your reputation is on the line. Even if it doesn't work out, you must own it. By giving up your obligation, you adopt a loser mentality. You'll quickly discover that taking responsibility for your errors ultimately builds your strength and self-assurance. Number 13. You keep issues at bay. Some individuals believe that simply ignoring issues is the simplest course of action. After all, maybe it will just disappear if you don't look at it. Problem solving is a skill, just like any other, but here's the thing. Just as you would practice tennis, you need to train your brain to solve problems. Begin small by making a list of 7 little inconveniences in your life. This will take you approximately 30 minutes of looking around. 7 will do for now, and throughout the following week, spend 30 minutes per day attempting to fix one of them. We're sure you'll find more than that. Number 14. You claim that the issue is not your concern. If it doesn't affect you, it isn't a problem of yours. Although it worries you, you wait for someone else to address it. These people have extremely passive-aggressive outlooks on life. Since it's not their fault that things are the way they are continually waiting for someone else to intervene and make things right. They become furious when no one steps forward to address the concerns. With these individuals, nothing gets accomplished, and you must continually micromanage them. Number 15. You discover a more significant issue. You could fix this, but you know you have more important matters to attend to, and time is of the essence. You can't be troubled by something so insignificant. And before you know it, you have a ton of issues knocking on your door, with the current issue being that you have an abundance of them. People often become stuck in life in this way. So get off your high horse and start working, because no issue is too little to solve. Early on in development, problem-solving abilities begin to develop. Children learn to lie about problems as soon as they encounter them, and they never get past them. Consider your early years and the ways you handled challenges. Do you recognize a pattern? So there you have it, the 15 reasons why you suck at problem solving. As always, thank you for supporting us. If you enjoy seeing videos like this, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring and valuable content. We'll see you in the next video.